Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boy Blues, 1975. A YouTuber is on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug him. Long Boys Blues, 1975.
Hello and welcome to the portion of this video that's, granted it's a very skinny video, sorry, I did it with my phone and my phone's so big that I didn't want to turn it sideways, but the portion of the video where I have to do an obligatory vocal track to look, Master System Games in the Wild, to cover up the music in the background. And to be fair, I'm doing you a favour because it was Take That playing in the background. But yeah, I went downtown to get a burger and I popped into Cash Converters, and honestly I reckon I must be really lucky because I have one of the best cash converters of all the ones I've ever been in my travels, and that includes ones in other countries. But Master System Games, and wait for it, you'll see it in a little bit, 2600 games. I mean, but then it swings and roundabouts, because that said, there was piss all on the original Xbox, PlayStation. Well, there were two things on the PlayStation, but you see that. But other than that, their section is a bit poor. Yeah, I've seen. I still want Airborne Ranger Medal of Honor on the 360, so that's why I keep checking in here. But and there was Does anyone know is Web of Shadows any good on the Wii? Because all I know is I really want to play because I'm a massive Spider-Man fan, but I don't know, £10 for a Wii game in Cash Converters seems a little bit pricey. Well, at least to me. Anyway, are you ready? Are you ready? This was awesome. I always look in the counter, and yeah, you can see they got Mario Kart 64, but look, Atari 2600 games in the high street. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Hey YouTube, Long Boys Post 1975. Yeah, pickups in the wild. I think I'm gonna have to do employ a new sort of way that I go shopping, which is never plan on a pickup video. Never plan to buy shit. Just go downtown because you're hungry. Because every time I go downtown when I'm hungry, specifically just to eat out, get something nice. I'd say nice, in this case it was McDonald's, but you know what I mean. And then think, I'll just have a quick look in Cash Converters and see what they've got in there. That's the time where, the pickup fairy throws me a frickin' bone. I'm really, happy with what I picked up today. Today was a good day. And also, when you saw that little bit of footage at the start, I know, right? I know. You see, Sega Master System games in a Cash Converters, 2600 games in a Cash Converters. I mean, I know people say, well, we've seen you buy those sort of games before. Well, it's a difference between going into an independent video game store that has specifically an area, devoted to retro games, and then walking into Cash Converters and seeing Sega Master System games. Plus, in my act of desperation, I went into Boots and bought some Cetrafil, because apparently it actually fixes eczema. 10 quid, mine. Look at it. For 10 quid, I wanted to fix my fucking car. But I'm desperate because my nose, quite frankly, looks like a cross between Freddy Krueger and burnt pizza. Anyway, by the way, where shall we start? We'll start with the DVDs, the movies, if you will, because this is awesome. I've been on a massive Austin Powers kick lately. I don't know why. I do know why. Me and my mate at work we just quote it endlessly every night. Few movies or movie series are as quotable as Austin Powers. So I picked up. Oh, God bless you, Cash Converters. Why would you be a member of Netflix when you can buy DVDs in there for 50p? 50p for Gold member. Granted, it's the worst Austin Powers, but that's like saying, a Jaguar XKS is the worst Jaguar, because it's still, a great movie and a great comedy by, any standards. Plus, these movies got so many special features, they're epic. My problem with this, and it's not a big problem, is it's kind of, like Saturday Night Live. It doesn't feel like the other two do. 2 is the best. It feels more like a collection of sketches strung together as opposed to a full movie. But that said, it's epic. I haven't seen it in about 10 years, so maybe it's not, I don't know. But I remember it being epic, and I can't wait to watch this. And also, I picked one off the shelf, went to the desk, and he said, sorry mate, they leave the discs in there now, I probably shouldn't say that. But if you are a thief and thinking about nicking, shame on you. Yeah, and he says, oh sorry mate, someone's stolen it. So I just went straight back and got one that was next to it anyway. Awesome, so I can't wait, I'm going to watch that in a minute actually. This, if you're old like me or of my generation, then this needs no explanation. You know, 2 words, Brat Pack. 3 words, Brat Pack-tastic. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. All I'm going to say is this is just a slice of 80s magic, and I haven't seen this in years, but you know, the amount of nostalgia I have towards this movie, and when I saw this in the rack side on, like literally I just had a nostalgia-gasm right there and just went, I'm having you. And that's St. Elmo's Fire. This has to be one of the brattiest, packiest movies of all the Brat Pack stuff, but it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, who's it got in? Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Andrew McCarthy, Demi Moore, Judd Nelson, Ali Sheedy, and Mare Winningham, who I don't actually remember. But hey, Judd Nelson is like 4 on the back. I can't wait. People, the 80s were many things, but they have to be one of my fondest periods of moviness. Brilliant. Is moviness a real word? It is now. And this one, for a £5, is awesome. I didn't know it was on Blu-ray. I'm hoping it's properly cleaned up, because sometimes you buy a Blu-ray movie and they're shit. Poltergeist 2. I love the Poltergeist trilogy. I really need to find 3, if only for the bit, sorry, spoilers, with that weird little old lady who's the one who saves Carol Ann. Carol Ann. Doesn't she use her body as a conduit? And then Carol Ann climbs out of her face. But anyway, that's a different movie. But the original Poltergeist is absolutely fantastic, and I'm really excited to watch this. Sorry, glare, because I can't even remember it. I haven't seen this since I was a kid. And I do remember it scared the piss out of me. I mean, the first one scared the piss out of me. The first one is an absolute masterpiece. Why did they remake it? I haven't seen the remake. I mean, I hear terrible things about it, but I don't need to hear terrible things about it. It could be amazing. I won't watch it on principle, because you shouldn't have fucking remade Poltergeist, Hollywood. Shame on you. Shame on you. Anyway, excuse me, cracking into the Fosters. Why does Foster's get a bad rap? I like it, you know? Just saying, it's quite nice on tap, isn't it? Anyway, into the games. This was a quid. It's really banged up, but I don't give a fuck about the condition. It's a PlayStation 2 game. It's not a rare one, obviously. It's Dead or Alive 2, because this was one of the first games I had on my PlayStation 2 when there was that little sort of lull in, you know, massive amount of software. And supposedly I never played the Dreamcast version. It's not as good as a Dreamcast version, but I had an absolute blast on it. And all I'm going to say is physics. Yeah, dear oh dear. So yeah, expect a video of this for sure. But yeah, I can't. I mean, again, all these things I haven't played them in fucking ages. Can't wait for that. Now the next one I picked up, which was also £1, that I have. The original Xbox version, but while it is backward compatible, it runs like wank on my 360. Like, it's boarded and the frame rate is choppy and shit. And I really want to play it because it's got to be one of the better, well, one of the best World War II shooters on. I was going to say the Sega Master System on the fucking PlayStation 2, and that's Medal of Honor: Rising Sun. Definitely expect a video of this with network play. Not anymore. I didn't know I had network play. In fact, I first owned this when I lived in Canada, and I don't recall that one saying with network play. This is a great shooter, and obviously it's the Japanese, you know, side of the conflict, which we still to this day you don't really see many people dabbling in that area for some reason. I don't know. I can't wait to play this, and for £1. I mean, I loved it when I did have it, and yeah. Awesome beans for that. Now this is where the real magic happens, people. This is the money shot right here. Well, first of all, alright, you could argue, well, I don't know actually, because I seldom come across Atari 2600 games in the wild. If you look at the start of the video, there was a whole heap of them, but I mean, I'm going to play it on my, I don't have a 2600, I have a 7800, but obviously it's backward compatible. And I love my 7800, especially since the European versions has the pad and not the wanky joysticks. Never mind waffling. Centipede on the Atari 2600. This is an amazing version of the game. I love Centipede. Centipede is just old school classic. You know, when video games just did what they said they would on the tin, which is, you know, they were simplistic. They were all about an engaging, yet simple and compelling idea. No flashy graphics. None of this, you know, fucking camera flash shit and, you know, boom, explosions and birds in small shorts. It was just, I mean, there's something, this is why I love the Atari 2600. There's just something very, you know, refreshing and old school and natural, dare I say, about the Atari 2600. Now the next one, oh my god, it's got the sticker on the side. This was $3.99. I've got a gameplay of this recently, but I played it on my Everdrive, and it's by no means a perfect game. Being a massive Bruce Lee fan, and the fact that it's in such good nick, I don't know. I just had to have it, and also I get to play it. You know, well, you could argue that playing it on the Everdrive is exactly the same as it would be playing this, but you know what I mean. It just feels better. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story on the Mega Drive. Look at that. Look how good nick it is. Like I said, I can't believe that, you know, I mean, the Mega Drive one I can, kind of, but I can't believe they had Master System games. I don't know about your neck of the woods. Look, it's still got the clicky thing. Oh, hang tab, clicky goodness. You know, I don't know about your neck of the woods, but Master System games in my neck of the woods are rarer than rocking horse shit. Maybe that's why the prices were, yeah, and, no, actually not bad. But yeah, this is complete. Look at the manual. It's like fucking Botoxed up. It's amazing, and the cartridge is saucy. I had a loose one of this a while back, I think, and I think I traded it. But again, simply because of the box art and stuff like that. And I know it sounds weird. You can't explain the feelings you have, you know, why you collect stuff when you know, into sort of other parts of media and stuff like that, like such as Bruce Lee. It kind of has a weird, maybe it's just me, but has a weird sort of hand on your collection. Now, this is a bit banged up, and it was $3.99, but I do have a spare case. Oh, the original Master System box art. I mean, I like it. I'm very nostalgic towards it, but it was shit. This is $3.99, and it's an absolute amazing game. I believe it's an arcade port. Oh dear God, the case is absolutely fucking Jim Bowen. Ugh. Oh, I'm going to have to get some sellotape out and fix this. Oh, this needs surgery right away. But if you haven't played Action Fight, and again, I think it's a port of Sega's own arcade machine, it's just, you know, it's a very early Master System title, but it's a very solid one. Still holds up to the latest titles, and it's an absolutely amazing game. Think Spy Hunter on acid. And finally, this, I mean, when I saw this, and this is in quite good nick, I no manual on that, the other one as well. When I saw this, I was just like, my heart skipped a beat, and I thought, I'm fucking having that. Seriously, I'm having that. And then I'm going to go home and touch myself. Sorry. Ghostbusters on the Sega Master System. $6.99. Is that pricey? Don't know. Don't care. As I always say, if you're happy to pay for it, that price, then, you know, it's a good deal. It's in really, really good nick as well. Some people argue that it's a very sort of, you know, broken, boring and linear game, but I don't care. See, the reason I have nostalgia towards this and had to buy it is I first played Ghostbusters on the Spectrum, which, you know, it's a playable version, it's a fair version, you know, to be fair and defend it, but people used to take the piss out of me at school when they had it on the Commodore 64, because there's no denying the Commodore 64 version just pissed all over it. I mean, you've only got to look at the Marshmallow Man at the end. Like, he was fucking huge, and then in the Spectrum version, he's this little bloke doing the splits above a door. To say it must have been cold in that room was an understatement. He was that small. So when it came out on the Master System, when I had my original Master System, I was like, I'm having that. Fuck you, Commodore 64 kids. No offense if you're a Commodore 64 kid, because, you know, it looks absolutely fantastic. It's boring, it's repetitive, and the end is hard as nails. But that said, sometimes nostalgia holds your hand and makes you smile when it takes you all the way through a game. Through all of its faults, you don't care because it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. So yeah, from now on, right, I'm going to keep the thought of going shopping out of my head and just, you know, I'm going downtown to buy food, and then resist the urge of popping into cash converters for exactly 5 minutes before I go in there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the magic like this happens again. Anyway, pickups in the wild. Yeah, awesome beans. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can reverse my my flaky face, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.